0.2, 0.23.
The Tijuana River Slough. It's one of the last intact wetlands in Southern California, and for thousands of years it's been a thriving habitat for egrets, herons, clapper rails, and countless other random bird things. It's a very delicate ecosystem where fish and plants and people coexisted. Previously, all of downtown San Diego and most of California's coast, if it wasn't full of rocks, it was wetlands just like these. But due to construction and development, we tore them out and dried them out so that way we can build places on the flattest lands. But then that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Or when they started dumping millions of tons of sewage into the river, but one of the two. But as the region modernized, every storm carried waves of sewage, chemicals, and trash along the TJ border right into the river, threatening the wetland completely. In the 1990s, the US and Mexico started working together to build pump stations to manage the polluted flows going into the estuary. By 2011, the canyon pump stations were offline, mostly due to underfunding, technical failures, political neglect, normal Mexico stuff. And a broken down system have sent pollution rushing through the TJ River Valley, closed the beaches pretty often because of it. Not being able to surf is one thing, but when the water is completely trashed out and animals can't even live there, that's what we're trying to kind of fix. Over 1,700 acres of estuary habitat have already been lost and filled with sewage. And as a very important wetland area, we have a lot of endemic species that live only in this area. And so when we lose that, we lose all the species that go along with it. Those pumps still are offline. Spills have released millions of gallons of untreated sewage into the river and estuary over the past year alone. In mid-2024, the Hollister pump station failed. 300,000 gallons flowed through Goat Canyon and Smuggler's Gulch. Most recently in 2025, Hollister went offline again. As of July, US and Mexico signed an agreement to fast-track the sewage infrastructure upgrades. Mexico is releasing $93 million for urgent work, and the US will expand a cross-border treatment plant from 25 to 35 million gallons per day. Mexico's just going to take their poop and they're going to send it over here, and then we're going to handle it and then put it into the water because we don't want to build stuff over there. This thing has been awfully polluted, and I wanted to check out, is there anything else in there? I mean, I imagine the government's doing their work and researching it, but let me see what I can find.
I had this idea. I bought this thing. It tells you the radiation levels of what's going on.
Time to learn how to read a RADS detector.
So up here we have the average over the time it's been on, the maximum number that's ever been hit, how much you've been hit with, like in total, adding it all up. Communicate alarm. Once it gets to a certain amount, it'll tell you. And then also current alarm up here. We're in military time, of course. Not really sure if that's correct right now either. Oh, it actually is. That's crazy. This thing hasn't been on in like a while. I don't even, never set it. It's on nuclear time somehow. So right now we're at 0.06 una sevats per H. I'm pretty sure, without looking that up, that's like milli unit of radiation per something per hour. So that's pretty cool. We're at a low right now. The alarm set at that, so if you ever get to that amount in an area, that's really bad. And then the current alarm at 0.5. So if you run into something like that, you probably shouldn't be around it. So now that we understand how this thing works, we'll get out into the field and see what's going on. A little bit harder to see the screen right now, but weird how when you're outside the city, it's a lot lower. So we're only like this far out right now, but we're gonna get a base level out of that little doodad. Right now it's reading 0.3, which the lowest we were getting before was 0.5. So this is kind of cool. We'll go down by the water and get another one, and then we'll head over by Mexico and see what it's over there. All right, I found a Minecraft cave. It's just spider web after spider web. If it gets past the first one and the second one and the third one and the fourth. Down here, we're still getting the same numbers. 0.16 being the highest. We're at 0.11 right now. 0.08 out here. So if your alarm's set at 0.5, it's pretty safe out here at 0.1, 0.08. It's pretty low down here. Still in the car. But there's Mexico. That little hill over there, it'll light up at night and become Mexico. Well, it smells terrible here, but point one, still the same so far. This right here is where they tell you not to go every single time. They're like, oh, spillage, CJ, blah, blah, blah. And it should go all the way to Coronado, but they just lie and they say it doesn't. So that way tourists still go to Coronado. 0.06. And we just hit 16, 18. The new high number. 20, 0.2, 0.23. The heck? That's half. That's twice as much more. We'll still see what happens. That is not looking delicious. Must have been a random flare or something, because we're not getting back to that level. We touch it in the water again to see what happens. Let's get some sand on it. 0.03. It went lower. I'm confused. Okay, maybe like 100 feet later, we're back down to 0.6. Kind of higher in the car, but we averaged up 0.7 over 5 minutes. Oh, maybe this is the total time I've ever run it? Huh. Okay. Well, did pretty well.